Hi, I'm Craig, captain of the Kai Ohana, and this is my crew.
I'm Preston.
I'm Alexis.
I'm Tracy.
I'm Loren.
And I'm Sarah.
And we'd like you to join us on a mission.
In February 2008, we embarked on an adventure of a lifetime from our home of nearly 2 years on the island of St. Martin in the French West Indies. We spent those 2 years restoring a gaff rig ketch that would not only carry us to the four corners of the world, but also provide us with an opportunity to make a difference in the world.
It didn't take us that long to find our first project. 115 miles into our journey, we met Captain Beans, an entertainer on Marina Key. Captain Beans spent some time on the island of Île-à-Vache off the southern coast of Haiti, and after falling in love with its children, he committed to do for them whatever he could. With a local from the fishing village of La Haute, Jean-Felix Joseph, he co-founded the Good Samaritan Foundation that educates and cares for many of the children on the small island. And after we got to know the good captain, hear his stories, and felt his passion toward the children, we knew we had to help in any way that we could.
Though it appears that the numbers are not quite as bad for the population of Île-à-Vache, the Mercy and Sharing Foundation, who works extensively in Port-au-Prince, claims that the statistics for the 9 million inhabitants of Haiti are alarming. 10% of the child population in Haiti will die before the age of 4. 7% of the children in Haiti are enslaved. That's 300,000 children as young as 3 years old who often suffer sexual, emotional, and physical abuse. 45% of the Haitian population is illiterate. 70% of the population lives below poverty level. 30% of the Haitian population is either ill or underweight. With these kind of statistics in mind, coupled with Captain Bean's description of the grating poverty the islanders experience, we really found ourselves with no other option but to help these people in any way we could. So despite travel warnings issued by the State Department for Haiti, the family decided to help with the future of the country, its children, starting with those in Île-à-Vache.
After provisioning in St. Thomas, we sailed 9 days to Port Morgan Bay on the northeast corner of Île-à-Vache, where we met our contact, Mr. Joseph. He acted as our tour guide while we were there and scheduled several events for us. This included a trip to meet the children of his village, the fishing community of La Haute. On our first full day there, we didn't quite know what to expect, so we packed a dinghy with everything we thought we would need to document the journey, and motored on our way down the western coast of the island to La Haute. As we anticipated, the villagers were very gracious, and after the introductions, they led us up the trail through the town to the school. We were surprised to see that there was only one classroom for the kindergartners, and another small building that housed the library, but no others. There was a foundation for a building they had started, but had run out of money before erecting the walls. The older children sat and worked on rough sawn benches and desks that were sheltered from the sun and weather by tin sheets laid over rickety pole lean-to structures. Watching these children focus on the instructor at the chalkboard, I couldn't help but think of how unappreciated our schools back home are. Classrooms and state-of-the-art buildings, air conditioning, and the latest teaching aids at our disposal.
After observing the students at work and receiving a beautiful welcome song from each class, we asked Felix to assemble all the students in the courtyard. We wanted to observe how they were in their most comfortable environment, the playground. We broke the ice by producing a couple of hula hoops and some jump ropes, and after a few lame attempts at the hula hoops, they showed us their innate talents. No demonstration was necessary, however, for the jump rope, as these kids had obviously been jumping ropes since they could stand up. The biggest curiosity, however, ended up being our little flip screens on the video cameras. These children had obviously never seen a TV, let alone themselves in a moving picture. It was quite a treat.
The following day, Felix had arranged for us to travel 7 miles east of our anchorage to the other schools that he serves. There's absolutely no infrastructure on Île-à-Vache, no roads, running water, sewer systems, or electricity, so the only way to travel is by walking or by horseback. Since it had rained the night before and the trails were nothing but mud, we were happy to have access to the local transportation. We rode about 3 hours to the school, which ended up being a lean-to constructed on the side of a home. Felix had leased one room in the home for the kindergarten and the space at the back of the home, but the owner wanted to have his property back and was in the process of evicting him at the time we arrived. The superintendent of the school was obviously upset at the prospect of having to close the school. Afterwards, we visited with the administration and completely distracted the students. He took us to a piece of property that they hope to one day purchase for the school.
We were very impressed with Felix and the work he has done for the children of Ilavash with such precious few resources. His schools are ill-equipped. Most of the classes are held outdoors. The students need uniforms and they lack the essentials like books and supplies. And many of the children show up for classes without having eaten a morning meal. For those of us who have been privileged enough to be raised and educated in the first world, it's hard to imagine the hardships the people endure just to feed themselves, much less get a basic education. Our mission is one of mercy, hope, charity, and compassion. Help us, help Felix, and the communities of Ilavash. See the dawning of a new day and give the hope of new life to its children.